All right, everybody, I love talking about great things that are happening in our community, and joining me today is playwright, author, lyricist, altogether just incredibly talented man. That is Robert John Ford, who is here to talk about something very special that is happening tomorrow in town. So thank you for being here.
Thank you. And should I call you Baroness?
We'll explain what that means here in a second. Yes, you should, though. But let's talk about Rolf. That's what that means. Rolf the musical. What in the world is this coming out of your creative brain? Because it is connected to something that people would recognize.
It's definitely connected to The Sound of Music. It's telling the backstory of the character of Rolf from The Sound of Music, who was a fairly minor character in the movie, but he plays a fairly major role at the end. And so as a child, my family was very much into The Sound of Music. We knew the whole show by heart. But it was interesting to me to try to figure out what happened to Rolf between the first time we see him in a gazebo, a happy teenager, and the last time we see him when he's turning in the Von Trapp family, and what happens in between. And really, is he the villain or was something else going on? So I wanted to explore the whole backstory. It's definitely a musical comedy.
I was just going to say, it's a funny show, but makes a big poignant statement on society at the same time. So you've put together just an incredible cast of crew and characters to portray this production in a staged reading. And I say that lightly because it is full of action and singing and dancing and everything. Why was it important to get this on its feet for you to present to our community?
Well, first of all, the community has been very generous to me throughout the many years that I've been producing here in Des Moines. So I felt like for this particular show, which I've been working on for a very long time, I wanted to present it to Des Moines audiences first so that we could have them involved in it. They can provide the feedback that we need. They're going to be the first to see this. And so they're going to be the first to be able to say, this is working, this isn't working. But it's very important in the development process just to get audience feedback. And I wanted it to be in Des Moines.
And it's a very complete musical, but it is still kind of in that ebb and flow, as you said, product. So be a part of the first time ever seeing this production. And there are only 2 performances.
Right. And
they're happening tomorrow. Talk about that.
Right. We have 2 performances tomorrow, Saturday, May 21st. One at 2 p.m. and one at 7 p.m. At the State Historical Building at 600 East Locust Street in Des Moines. And the tickets are free, but we do need people to RSVP ahead of time just so we get a good accurate count and we're not overselling it. Our evening performance is almost full. We still have plenty of tickets for the matinee, the 2 p.m.
Okay. And Robert was calling me Baroness because I am one of the lucky individuals that is able to be just a part of this incredible cast. And it's just wonderful to fill, my theater soul with doing this production. But what does this do for you? This has been in your brain. You've been trying to work this out on paper and come up with what it's all about. What does it mean now to see it on its feet? What does that do for you?
Every night I get chills watching it because it is finally happening. Your baby is finally taking its first steps. And I've been working on this for years, more than 20 years since I first had the idea. And just over the past few years, I really sat down. I have to say that during the COVID period, I had a lot of time, and I finally just sat down and finished this work, which I'd wanted to do for a long time. I was always a little bit concerned about the rights issues to this. We got that all cleared up. It's not an issue because it is a parody. So it all kind of fell into place at the right time, and now it's time to unveil it for the world.
I love it. And now you need to be in the right place at the right time, which is one of 2 performances tomorrow at the State Historical Building. If people want more details, where do they need to go?
They can go to rolfthemusical.com, and that is Rolf with an E.
Yes, don't forget about the E on the end of Rolf, and you'll know more about that when you come and see the show. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Jackie.
It's been a pleasure to be a part of this production. All right.